Now you are.
Good evening once again with the Friday Frothy for the third time now. Hope everyone's having a great day. It's a balmy 30 degrees here in Hobart, and we're looking pretty relaxed because we've had a few froths.
We're on.
I think we are.
We're on. I think we've had a few difficulties here, viewers, and
Is our producer? What are you saying, producer? Are we on? Should I act?
we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep going.
Should I act like we're on or not?
Do what you want.
Oh, I think
Good
we are.
evening, everyone, and welcome to the Friday Frothy.
Oh,
It is
we've just
Friday,
come back in.
and we are on live.
Live.
So hopefully
That's live.
if you're joining
Okay.
us tonight, which I can see that no one has, but if you are, please give us some comments and tell us how crap we are. And we are going to start off our show tonight with Glennie. Glennie, a bit of a somber day today. We went to a funeral for a very good man.
This wonderful man here,
Yes.
Bob Bentley, is a guy that.
Oh, Bobby, Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby
Yes.
is a man that we met personally
10 years ago.
10 years ago, and I thought it was only 7, but it was actually 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years. Yeah.
And a wonderful man who's just passed at the age of 75, who's left behind wonderful wife,
14 grandkids.
14 grandkids,
Probably
and
4 or 5 kids, but anyway.
exactly. And this man was like Jeff actually. All he does is stir me. all the time. And this guy,
This guy's better than
he's
me.
even better. He's just unbelievable. So his best mates, we're going to give them a shout out to Royden and to Dennis the
Dennis,
Menace.
yes.
You know, if you guys are
Thinking
sitting
of
up
you
at
guys.
Wayatina, you fellas, or you actually do view into the Frothies, us silly buggers doing this show. Good on you, mate. This is a great. This fellow was gold.
Champion.
Man, and there should be more people like that on this planet.
We are on, Uncle Bob. You are a champion. We'll miss you. Oh, yeah, the Frothy. We do.
We
Let
do.
me just quickly. Do you mind if I quickly tell
Yeah,
a
mate.
quick story?
Go for it.
We're at the funeral today, and one of the stories that they talked about him, and the funeral started off saying, "Don't be sad, because he would have told you to eat a carton of concrete and toughen
Yeah.
up, princess."
Yeah, go down and get
And
some long waits from the shop.
One of the grandkids actually gets up and has a bit of a speech and talks about good old Uncle Bob, and says, "I've got a story for you. I was at home, and Uncle Bob's driven home, and he heard this big bang. He goes outside, Glenn, and the car's teeter-tottering on a retaining wall."
Probably would have been a Falcon or Ford. back
Well,
then.
I think it was a Kingswood, I think.
Oh, Kingswood.
But anyway, it's teetering on this wall. And, the grandkid comes out and he said, Pop,
What do you
what's
know?"
wrong? What's going on? What's happened? And what did he say?
What driveway was in the wrong one?
Someone moved the bloody driveway.
Exactly right, mate. Because we had a couple of drinks at the funeral. And,
Bobby.
but poor
Bobby.
old Bobby, look, we're not saying poor old Bobby, because this guy was
had-
loved,
Great life.
not just by one, but many.
Yes.
And
And that showed with the funeral today being so full.
if we were as all as, I think in life, if we could all be like that guy,
Be a
our
happy
life
world.
would be a happy world,
Yeah.
happy place.
Yeah.
And look, rest in peace, Bobby, and
Cheers to Bob.
cheers to Bob and
And
his,
your
and his
family.
wonderful wife.
And Dave. Dave, if you're watching, thinking of you, mate.
Pam, isn't it?
Pat.
Pat, sorry.
Pat.
Did I say Pat? Pam,
Pat.
Pat. I'd had a few drinks. Sorry, Pat. But
Had a
look,
few froths, so
to
hang in there,
all
guys.
the best with you guys. This is a wonderful man. Anyway, we're going to
Anyway.
get on to
wait,
some
mate.
other things, because I know Bobby would like us to.
Yeah, kick on.
He'd like us
Kick
to
on.
make more of a fool of ourselves than what we actually do.
Now, before we do start off, Terry, remember Terry
do.
Scott, who came down to
Yep.
Taz and had a bit of time? His
Yep.
birthday today, so happy birthday, Terrence.
Happy birthday, Terry.
Hope you're having a wonderful day, mate, and I hope you're watching the froth, but you're probably not, because you're probably out doing this.
Yeah, doing that, I reckon.
Anyway, but, now, if you're new to the show, welcome. If you haven't seen us before, we are a show about sports, but we're... Pardon? Sorry, excuse me for a minute. Pardon?
I'm just saying, just let people know that they can subscribe.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
well, if you give me a chance.
Our lovely
Sorry.
ladies behind the camera have just informed us, Jeff, because we do get carried away.
Well,
sometimes.
Glenn, seriously, we're here doing a job and we're just getting Oh, turn it up. Oh, turn it up. Now, so we talk about sports, a light-hearted look at sports, not just any sports, but any sports. Did I just say not just any sports?
No,
Any sports.
Any sport.
But we do it in a
could
light-hearted
be
way.
tiddlywinks, could be Tom Thumbs.
If you've been watching us for a while and you're continuing to watch us, we appreciate that and we thank you. And please subscribe, press the bell. What's the bell do, Glenn?
Well, you ring it, and when you ring the bell, you subscribe, and you subscribe to us. And it doesn't cost you anything.
Nothing's free.
It doesn't cost you. It's free.
It's free.
You want to get on your sports, and you want to look at a bit of NRL or a bit of your favourite AFL or
up to date.
Or could be, as we said, cheese rolling or whatever. Whatever the sport is throughout the world. You want to get involved?
Covered.
You can also ring us, guys, because we don't know all these sports too.
Well, they can't ring us, but they can comment.
Well, they can comment, and they can comment on how we should do things.
Don't ring me because I'm on holidays.
Ah, that's right. So am I.
Yes.
So, but by the way, but
anyway, let's start this show off. We do a bit on the show called Out With It, and it goes a bit like this. Out with it. That was an aggressive.
I just love that.
That was aggressive.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
And I'm going to start this off tonight, Glenn, by saying, did you see on the cricket the other night, Mark Waugh and what's his name? Michael Vaughan,
the English
yeah,
captain,
ex-captain.
Yeah,
they had a bit of an argument.
They had a bit
of an argument.
Did they?
Well,
I missed that.
Did you not see it?
Well, I watched it, but I didn't see that bit.
Well,
what sort of argument?
Well, the day before, Michael Vaughan had tweeted. You know how to tweet, don't you?
Yeah,
right.
Tweet. Oh, God, tweeting. Hello.
Michael Vaughan had tweeted.
What are they laughing at with my tweeting?
Oh, I don't know. Don't know.
Home
Anyway, he had tweeted that that the Australian team were resting all their hopes on Warner and Smith coming back, and he tweeted, well, nothing much is going to change. You can't have two people come back into the team and make all this difference, which we're hoping they will.
Well, we think they will.
So Mark Waugh's come back with, no, turn it up, Henry. I don't even know who Henry is, but turn it up, Henry.
Could be Henry Blowfield. Is he still not?
He believes that it's going to make all the difference in the world. Mark Waugh has even said that we're going to win the World Cup. Now, I don't know if you're watching the cricket out there, folks, but it's pretty it's pretty dismal.
Yeah, it's pretty dismal.
So he reckons he's made a thing of saying that we're going to win the World Cup and we're going to win the Ashes.
Well, I'll be. I like their
Out with it.
That is out with it because I like to think that we've just gone through a whole Test series and. Look, the bottom line is India, to me, are the best. Well, I think we've spoken about this, Jeff, haven't we? Not just us, but everyone. They are the best Test side in the world. We're not good enough yet. We are sitting behind, I think. This is only me, but I think we're sitting behind England.
Look at this.
Well, we've got notes there to say we're about six.
That's the one-day team. We're six in the world. We have sunk to six, and Mark Waugh's predicting that we're going to win.
We're going to win. So
Mark Waugh, I think you might need to.
Exactly. So what we do is we bring all the best cricketers out to our Big Bash League, and I think they know how we play. So I think we've got a lot of work to do, Jeffy. But
we do. Mate, just another quick one for Out With It. I was watching once again the Big Bash the other day, and it's cricket related because obviously there's a lot of cricket going on, and we will get into some of the cricket. I'm not going to get Philly tonight, our cricket consultant.
No, he's having a rest.
Yeah,
Phil.
but we will get him when we get back in another couple of weeks. So
Cheers,
now listen, Ricky Ponting was on the Big Bash the other night, and they were talking about George Bailey. Now George Bailey. Is he in form? Is he in form?
Yeah, look, he is.
Georgie,
he is
you are in form.
One of the older men in cricket, as he pointed out himself. And,
well, he did.
And I think some of the other commentators turned around and said, "Look, listen, Ricky, do you think that George could get in the one day
on his form
or 2020
on his current form?
On his current form. Well, it doesn't matter if you're 105. If you're good enough, and at the moment he's as good as anyone.
But did you think that Ricky was sort of implying that he's past it?
I do, only because George commented that he's getting on the older side of things. But I don't care anymore because I think that what you do, it doesn't matter. Age has got nothing to do with it. If you've got your best side, and they perform, pick that.
Mm.
You know, we can go on about some of the young guns coming up, which we will,
Well, we will
shortly.
once we
We're
get
not
into
doing it
cricket.
yet,
Yeah, so
but
start with it.
we're
Yeah.
going to come up with some good young cricketers
Yeah.
coming up in the country. But
Which needs to happen.
at the moment, we do need to look at it, and I think you know.
Well,
The next Ricky Ponting or the next this or next that. I mean, they've
But what-
still got to have experienced guys, don't they?
we do. If you've got someone who's ripping it up
Yeah.
in T20 or one-day games, why would you not select him, put him in the game? And Matthew
Exactly.
Wade, we'll bring this up when we get into cricket. Same
Oh,
story,
that's
same
the beef,
story.
that one,
But
yeah.
we'll get to that in a
Yeah.
minute. Have you got anything for out with it? Anything that's got on your goat this week, mate?
Yes, there is.
Oh,
There
hello.
is. There is a little bit that's got on me go.
Oh,
And,
here we go. Here we
it
go.
comes down to a little bit in UFC fighting. I think that's called UFC farcical. That's what it is at the moment. So what we got, you know, Floyd Mayweather came out and he took on the Japanese kickboxer, Jeff.
Oh, that happened. I missed it.
Yeah,
I missed it.
well, you
Right.
didn't miss too much
Right.
because he only lasted about. He's a little bit like the Jeff Horn fight, mate. He didn't last too long.
Mundane.
So it was a fight. It was a what they call a
Exhibition.
fight. But the thing is that the Japanese fighter he wanted to be, which his event is kickboxing.
Mm.
But of course that couldn't happen,
Mm.
and of course the other guy is a lot heavier.
Mm.
So it was just boxing. Now that's kickboxing, boxing, kickboxing. But anyway, it lasted all of about 90 seconds, mate. Mayweather, who's about 41, this guy's about, oh God, what is he, 20,
21,
22 or 20,
Yeah,
whatever
something
he is.
like that. Yeah.
Anyway, you know, you got one at 128 pounds, which is the, you know, the guy, the Japanese fighter, Tension.
So who won?
Tension.
So who
I
won?
reckon he had plenty of tension.
Who won?
Well, Mayweather won. He completely nearly cleaned him up, mate. He knocked him out.
Decimated.
So
Decimated.
and you know, and then, but anyway, it gets farcical. This is my beef, fellas and viewers. It's the fact is that now
Fellas and
Conor
viewers.
McGregor is now, because this guy was beaten. Now Conor McGregor, which he does, he's very good, but he wants to
Yeah,
come
he's
out.
very
He
vocal,
wants to
very
he
vocal.
wants to take on Tension.
Hmm?
Tension. I've got a Nezkawa.
Okay, hang on a minute. Can you say that again?
Nezkawa.
Oh, right, okay. Is that
Nezkawa.
Nescafe, yeah.
Yeah, that's Cafe.
Yeah.
Now he wants to take him on,
Right.
And because obviously Mayweather, because McGregor fought Mayweather,
Mm.
and he went 10 rounds. So as an exhibition fight, McGregor's put it out to this guy that hey, I'm the next one to come and fight you. So again, this is my beef is, for God's sake, if you're getting paid good money for all this, and cut it out, you
Yeah.
guys. If you're
Yeah.
going to fight, if you're a boxer,
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
If you're a kickboxer,
Yeah.
stay in your sport.
Yeah.
Stop this. Look, if you want to wrestle and go on WrestleMania
Yeah.
and fight properly without, you know, I mean, because it's real
Mm.
and all the rest of it, WWE, isn't it?
Listen, I know, well, it is WWE.
Mm.
I know we're on out with it, but you finished?
That's it, mate.
But I'm going to stick with UFC because I've got something to talk to you about.
Well-
So, but that was out with it. Oh, out with it! Right, UFC. Have you heard of Poliana Viana? All right, I think she's Brazilian, but anyway.
She got the tattoos down there.
Oh, I don't
They're
know.
all got tattoos.
Probably have. But
done
she was held up by a gun with a
Oh,
car.
I do know this. I do know this, Jeff. I
right?
do. I
And-
do. What an idiot this guy is.
He was trying to rob her, and
Don't rob a UFC fighter.
she beat the living crap out of this guy.
Yeah.
And this guy has actually begged her to please call the police
Yep.
while she's beating the.
So what was the first name? Just first name, I know.
Pollyanna.
Pollyanna? Well done on you, Pollyanna. You've just got some idiot off the street.
He was trying to steal the phone off her.
Well, you should have hit him harder. And well done with that. We don't subscribe violence.
No.
But, in this case, protecting yourself. Who come the guts of this time, Jeff?
Yeah, the criminal.
Exactly, the
Criminal.
So
You
well
won't
done.
be stealing a phone again for a
Pollyanna.
while, will you?
Mate, if you're going to do your homework, well, don't go to a UFC fighter's house.
Well, Glennie, let's get on a bit of tennis news. Tennis
yes.
is big. We've got the Australian Open. It's about to start. I think it starts in 5 days' time, or 4 days' time,
Yeah.
actually, now in Melbourne.
You got the Raf there.
Yeah, Rafael Nadal has announced that
He's got a problem with the back of his shorts still, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, he's got a wedgie, haven't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
He's announced that it's just about time for him to hang the boots up. So,
What?
ladies, look.
I didn't know that. You're joking.
Whoa, hang on. Is this hot news?
This is hot news. This is hot news. Jeff.
After
This is off the
20
press.
years of playing tennis and 17
wow.
Grand Slams, he's decided that there's much
injured.
more. No, well, he's decided there's much more than just tennis out there. He wants to start playing golf and he wants to go fishing. He's just plotting his future.
Yeah,
so
well, he doesn't need to bond anymore.
this could, exactly what he's possibly playing his last tournament in Australia. Now that's hot news.
That is hot news.
It could be wrong, but I'm putting it out there that this could be his last tournament in Australia.
Okay, so no more wedgies.
No.
But we love him, and absolute. If it is,
Well,
because it's a little bit like the old Sea Bowl, and you know, what's our old mate, the big fella up there at in the rugby league,
Wayne Bennett.
Wayne Bennett. I mean, God's sake, I hope it's not one of those sagas where he's going to give up, he's going to play, he's going to give up. But I don't think so. I think if he's saying he's given up, mate, he may be giving up.
Well, it's out there. It's out there. Anyway,
So that is
the next tennis story is not a good one because I don't like talking about these guys. To be honest with you,
Oh God, you mean Tomic and what's the other guy's name?
Kyrgios.
Kyrgios.
They had a match at
God.
Coorong. Is it Coorong? Is that how you pronounce it?
I reckon
Coorong?
it could have been Jeff Payne versus Glenn Cleaver.
Tomic defeated Nick Kyrgios,
Yeah.
our fantastic tennis
didn't have a bit
players,
of sweat up,
6-3, 6-4. The match ended on a bizarre note when Tomic hit the ball. He served under
his leg.
What the hell? I mean, seriously.
Just
And I've got here, I found this online, it's from Georgie Parker. I mean, it means nothing in sport, but I just thought it was interesting. Quote from Georgie Parker, in brackets, watching Kyrgios and Tomic at the Kooyong Classic, it's an absolute joke. I'm paying money to be here, and these two idiots are giving two shits.
that's shit.
Yep. In an exhibition match, you can still bet on. You could bet on this match. How is this not match fixing? It's beyond me. Get these two off the circuit.
Yeah.
Now, that's a pretty good point from Georgie Parker.
I think everyone's. Is that Georgie Parker off Home and Away?
I don't.
One of my favourite shows.
I don't know, Glenn, but yeah,
Is that one of my
it's
favourite
Georgie
shows?
Parker, the Australian actor.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Home
the
and
Australian
Away or
actor.
not,
Well, Home and Away.
But yeah,
Georgie.
isn't that a good point? That's a match that they could bet on. They paid money to go and see it, and they're mucking around like a pair of
Very
goats.
goats. So at the end of the day, if you're going to play professional sport, give it your best. Otherwise, get out. I think Australian tennis is in a real.
No, it's not.
No, I said I think Australian tennis. Let me finish. I
Sorry,
said is in a little bit of a transition
Well, it is.
period because I think we've got the demon coming up.
Sorry, this is a bug.
Oh, you got him.
Yeah.
I have.
Quick draw McGraw.
The demon. He's out there, and we've got these young kids coming through.
Glenn, we've got three people who spoil tennis in Australia. Kyrgios, Tomic, Kokkinakis.
Oh, Kokkinakis hasn't done anything wrong.
Oh, I thought he was a bit of a showboater and upsets everyone as well, doesn't he? I take that back if that's not true.
No, Kokkinakis. I can't say it's really good.
I thought he was.
No, I think
he was in there as well.
he's not like that. I think he's okay. And but the first two, I don't mind saying it on air, but I think they're spoiled brats. So that's only my opinion. I don't think you can do what you like to your viewers.
Well,
but if you think differently,
let us know.
But we're sick of it.
Just on Kokkinakis, bit of
Good
a
name, though.
it is a good name. Bit of a rivalry there between Leighton Hewitt. I don't even have this on my notes. It's just in my head because it's wealth of knowledge up here. He's having a bit of a battle with Leighton Hewitt because in the Davis Cup, I think it was last year, they decided to go with Millman rather than Kokkinakis, and there was a bit of a bout between
So you
him and
might know
Leighton.
a lot more than I do.
Yeah, so there.
Perhaps there is a little bit. Oh, there is a little bit of.
Well, I don't know.
Tension.
Yeah, there's a bit of tension there, and he's trying to get back into the Australian team. He's been hurt. He's been with injuries and stuff.
But they're only young fellas, and they're finding their
But look
feet.
what Millman's done though. You know, Millman's got that shot, and he's done really well. Ash Bartley at the moment, Barty.
Barty.
the female.
Let's go Smarty, let's go Barty.
Well,
That one.
she's beaten world #1 in the Sydney International.
Smarty, let's go Barty.
So she's now ranked. She's ranked number 15.
She's
Actually,
good. Yeah, she's good.
so she's coming along.
She's a little Queensland. Where's she from?
I don't know.
Anyone
Anyone out there?
give us a yell.
Anyone out there?
I think Queensland, but I don't know.
Ash
Could
Barty?
be Victoria.
So the Australian Open could be very interesting, and very interesting. I know the Australian men's players didn't get, Tommy and Curious, didn't get a good draw. They're playing some high seeds to start with, so show us how good you are, boys, and actually
Give it a fair dinkum
give it a
go,
crack.
you guys, for God's sake. Cricket,
give it a crack.
Jeff.
Well, Glenn, let's get on to cricket.
Right.
There's been some players dropped, and there's been some new players brought in. Now, you'd be happy to know that both Marsh brothers have gone.
I'm not happy to say that,
I understand.
but what I am prepared to say on the show, because you don't want to knock guys when they're down. But at the moment, these guys, it's not their fault. They're out of form badly, and you have good things going for you, and you're going well. But when you're not going well, for God's sake, you Australian selectors, be sensible enough to look after these guys and look. Don't give them another go for a while. Let them earn. Hurricanes are doing well, so we just got some little bit of information there. Hurricanes are doing well.
They are.
But anyway, so going back to these, going back to these guys. Look, the worst thing is we can do is sit there and just knock. They're not playing well. They're out of form. Their performance against India wasn't great.
Nope.
And selectors have done the right thing. So I'm not going to say too much about it. Only thing I will say is selectors have done the right thing. It's about time you give these young guys a go.
Well, they need to.
I've got a lot of information, like everyone has at the moment, about this young Will Pakavosky.
Pakavosky. But anyway, just before you do,
no, we're not going there.
No, we will.
Aaron Finch is
Sean,
another one.
Sean Marsh, Mitch Marsh, Aaron Finch, and Peter Hanscom were the guys that were dropped.
Yeah, Peter Hanscom has got technical problems.
Yes.
With he certainly goes back all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone seemed to work him out at the moment. Aaron Finch doesn't bat #1. We've
No.
spoken about this.
I don't think
Certainly not
Why?
#1 for Victoria, not #2 for Victoria.
No.
We're not playing 2020 cricket anymore. He's probably #6. Australia at the moment have got Mitch Marsh, Aaron Finch. I reckon Matty Wade could come into that category at a #6
Wow.
as just a batsman.
Wow.
And I think we can't have everyone batting at #6
No.
and have that all rounder bit. But we've got Lambashay, who they think now will hold down #3
What do you
at the moment.
What do you think of the inclusions, Matt Renshaw and Joe Burns?
Well, look, I think they're desperate. But I don't think those guys are really setting the world alight. Renshaw definitely isn't setting the world alight. I think he's the guy that they've tried. The thing is why they're trying to do this, and I can tell you now, is some people reckon he's boring when he bats. What they're trying to do is do a Pajara, someone that's just prepared to get in there, Jeff, and block, and then you've got your Warners and all those guys that can hit the ball
bat around
at the other end, bat around him. If that's his role. Let's try it, because Australia are certainly behind the 8 ball. They're not just behind India. They're behind England, South Africa,
New Zealand.
No, Pakistan. They're behind quite a few. So I don't think it's a bad thing. We're not knocking about the Australians. So what we want them to do is improve. We've just seen some good kids in that.
Well, let's have a talk about him, Glenn. Let's have a talk about the new fella. Let's start this off by. There's a lot of criticism out there from people saying, "Oh, who is this guy? We've never heard of him."
Well, I'm going to tell you.
But the thing is, we can't just keep sending in the same old people who are not performing. We've got to get some new blood. We've got to get some youngsters and get them into Test.
Well, there's no more Ricky Pontings anymore. I still can't say
that. Doesn't matter. Just say
Pakavosky. I think if it's wrong, I apologise to you. But look, he's 20 years of age. This kid, he's a new star. And I think Australia think that he can pull them out of the doldrums at the moment. The way he is, he's played only eight, which is
first class games.
First class games at Sheffield Shield level, but he faced 414 deliveries. So we couldn't do that in a whole Test series, I don't think, when for the Australian side. For his 188 against Queensland at the MCG, which was last February. So we're going back now to understand this kid. So, and he, like, I think he had 25 fours in that, Jeff. And in October, he managed 243. This is a 20-year-old kid.
He's the first person to do that since Ricky Ponting,
Oh.
as a deputy.
Well, yeah, he jumped up his strike rate, as they call it,
Yeah.
311 deliveries.
Yep.
He compiled 34s.
Mhm.
And his strike rate was excellent. But in the next innings, he managed 64. And this is the problem with this kid. He
black
retired
dog.
hurt, and I think that we aren't talking lightly of this. This is a kid that's on top of the world.
Yeah.
Depression is a massive thing that Jeff
Yep.
and myself and
Yep.
and
we've spoken about it on the show.
we've spoken about it on the show. This
Yep.
kid had a few demons.
Yep.
He walked away a little bit from the game. He's come back. You know, I think he went out. He hit 64. Sorry, he hit 64. He retired hurt. He got hit. He actually, because Victoria at the time. Sorry, this one game before he had the break. He had 64. He retired hurt. Got hit. Come back the next day because he thought Victoria needed. He went on and hit another 179 on top of that 64, which is brilliant.
Bring him on.
But
Bring him
look,
on.
he was hit a few times. The kid's got some problems. I don't know if all the pressure, everything coming at him at once. But look, the way you've got to look at it, he's been out of the game for about 2 months. He's been picked in the Australian side. He hit 67 against Western Australia at the MCG. And I think that at the moment, I think Australia got to experiment. We've tried the Maxwells, we've tried the Marshes, we've tried the Kawajas, all these guys.
You've got to get some young blood.
We've got to get some young. We've got to find the
Back
next
into the
Ricky
team.
Ponting. We've got to
Yep.
find the next Glenn McGrath. We've
Yep.
got to find the next these guys.
Yep.
And so what? I think it's a good thing, but give this kid a go. And I think there's another couple of kids bouncing around in the 2020, and I know.
Harpy, you said.
Young Harper, I think from another Victorian guy who was with the Renegades. I think he's exceptional. Young Harvey from the Renegades,
Yeah.
again, I think he's exceptional.
Yeah.
I think these young kids who do not care about too much at the moment,
Well-
I think that might be good for their career, mate.
this is a problem, Glenn. We've spoken about this many times. You know, the older cricket players get in, and they're so scared of losing their spot in the game that they're just
hanging
don't
on,
get
aren't
out,
they?
don't get
They're
out,
just
don't get
hanging
out.
on. They're just hanging
as
on.
You said today, the young
Yeah.
kids get in, they don't give
They
a
don't
crap.
care.
They
All
just want
they-
to hit the ball.
Exactly, and you know, I think there's a few guys there. You know, even with the ball at the moment, you know, you've got Nathan Lyon, who I think has been the standout spinner, but unfortunately he needs help.
Yeah.
And I looked at the Big Bash the other night, and I watched a guy. When we've spoken about this guy Jeff earlier, Quadir, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
is now naturalised in Australia.
Was he really?
His father was the great
Yeah, Abdul.
Abdul Qadir that played for Pakistan. This guy runs in the same way. Yeah, look, he might get hit with a few runs, but any guy that can bowl the way I watched the other night and bowl wrong-uns and all
How
that.
good is his wrong?
And the other guy that we mentioned earlier in the year, Pope.
No, the Popey.
So
Popey.
he's another guy. So we've got some really good kids coming in, but we don't need to rush them in. But I reckon it's about time we experiment a little bit. It's a little bit of hurt to get a little bit of gain at
Well,
the end of the day.
it has to happen. It
So
has to happen.
anyway,
Has
that's
to
what I think, mate.
All right. Well, mate, that's a bit of a cricket wrap up. There's plenty going on. There's plenty more we can talk about, but we've got so much more to talk about tonight. Just a bit of boxing. I don't know if you heard or not, but Jeff Horn has matched Anthony Mundine's little slinging words, you know, before the fight that Mundine was. No. Jeff Horn did a report and he said, guys, not going to happen. He's passed his best, and actually turned around and said, I thought it would have been a bit harder than what it was. So he's actually giving him another while he's down. He's giving him one while he's down. So well done to Jeff Horn for passing that fight in, and Jeff Mundine. It's just,
Mundine showed a lot of character when he at the end of it. Now I thought he was going to go away gracefully, but
he didn't, Glenn.
he can't.
He's not.
He can't. And I mean, you know, I reckon. Geez, I don't know. I don't reckon I'd knock him out, but probably go close.
Who's that? Mundine?
Yeah, well at the moment.
Well, let's see if we can set that up.
That could be about.
Go
Yeah,
the-
perhaps
go
you
the-
need to go and fight me, mate.
Go
Down
the
there,
Hornet. So Jeff Horn, the Hornet, he's now putting Mundine aside, putting all that crap away, and He's now looking to try and get a fight with Canelo Alvarez, I think his name is. He's very, very high up in the rankings. So
Yep.
he's trying to actually get a couple of world titles in different weights as well. So good luck to you, Jeff. I'm still going to try and get onto you and try and get you on the show, but we'll get to that later on.
Okay,
in the
Anthony
year.
Mundine, let's retire gracefully. You've been a great boxer.
It's time to go.
Don't embarrass yourself anymore.
Mm.
Walk away from the sport. You've been a great ambassador. Walk away, mate, now.
Now, there's a charity fight on February 8 at the Hordern Pavilion. Paul Gallen,
Yeah.
NRL player.
The
going-
Sharks,
yeah,
Sharkies,
he's
and
small,
New South
small
Wales.
finger John Hopewadi.
New South Wales captain versus the hopper.
Well, Glenn.
And when you know he hops,
Glenn.
what does he do, Jeff?
It's well. He likes to.
Right, he's
Well,
been
you know what he likes
accused
to
of,
do.
he's been accused of poking in the wrong places.
It's a charity match, but it's starting to get a little bit of hype.
Yeah.
Paul Gallen's now said, "I'm going to knock you out."
Yep.
And it's getting a bit feisty. So February 8, keep an
Yeah,
eye out. We'll
keep an eye out.
we'll bring.
I look forward to that.
We'll bring it to you.
Don't turn your back on him, Paul.
No. So that's coming up. I don't know who else is on that fight card, but anyway, that's what's
Just
happening there.
while we're with boxing too, you know what you guys can look forward to in 2019. So we're only glossing over this tonight, but you know the excitement machine, I reckon, of 2018 was Tyson Fury, and anyone who watched the fight with you know Deontay Wilder, probably one of the best. Pound for pound, you talk about a couple of 6'8" against about a 6'6" guy, throwing punches. It was an entertaining fight. It wasn't put on. It was fair dinkum. We've got the champion Anthony Joshua, who is like built like a Greek Madonna sort of thing, and I think the world of heavyweight boxing at the moment is as good as it's going to get, Jeff. They've got 3 fighters at the moment that. It's going to be fighting. You got 2 Brits, you got an American. You got 2 big punches, and you got a guy that can actually at 6'8", 6'9" in Wilder that can actually jab and move. So it's probably going to be the best that's going to be in 10 years, mate. So that's what I think, and you know, yeah. So look, if you like your boxing, don't have a look at that, mate.
Yes, mate. NRL.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a change. NRL for boxing. The Queensland assistant coach Justin Hodges has hinted that Billy Slater's replacement is going to be Greg Inglis.
Who's that?
Greg Inglis.
For who?
For Billy Slater. He's going to replace him as fullback in the State of Origin
Oh,
team.
wow.
So that's news this week. Cameron Munster and Kalen Ponga also put up their hands and say, we want that position. But
Well, they can fight for it.
the assistant coach has said Greg Inglis is the man for the job. So still unknown. And also, mate, your man Cameron Smith from the Melbourne Storm, been holding out on signing. Has that happened?
I heard he's. I've actually. I think I'm pretty right on saying this. I think he's signed back on.
Well, they're only going to give him a 1-year deal, and that's
That's it.
That's
though.
why.
No, that's it. I think he's. I think I did look on the like. I don't. I'm not all over this yet, but I did look on my phone. I'm pretty sure that there's some deal. It may only be for a year, but
Yeah, he wanted
I
two.
think he was going to chuck it, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He was going to chuck it. So I think he's going to have another crack.
He wanted
for
a
years.
2-year deal, and they wanted to give him one. And
Smith Meister.
yeah. Now here we go. AFL, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
I'll
can I
start-
do the breaking news?
Here it comes.
I'm not happy.
Here it comes. It's
yeah.
surprising, actually, we've got this far through the through the show without Glenn actually breaking down in tears. Because
Well,
what's happened today, Glenn?
it's not been a good day, Jeff. All you people are going to be very quiet. We're going to have a 3-minute silence because the great man, Tom Mitchell, has broken his leg from the Hawthorn Football Club, and you know I preempted that we'd probably finish around about 7th and that, but now I'm thinking about 7th, 8th. I think he's out for a year. So there's your Brownlow medalist.
Well, can I just throw in? Look, very sad news, mate. But
it is.
But how can one player
we've
make
got-
so much difference in a team? I mean, that's bad. That's a bad team.
Well, I think
If-
it's 50 possessions
Oh,
difference. There's 10 players in that.
He's got me on that. Actually.
I've got him, and actually, on a serious side, me and Jeff have a crack at one another all the time over the footy. him being North Melbourne, me being Hawthorn. But yeah, on another serious side, Mad Jack Door, we don't like to. We hope that you get the help that you need. We don't like to see that in anything, in any sport, or not just sport, but in life in general. That what's happened to you, and obviously you've got a few demons in the closet there, mate. You know, we don't know where you're going to be either.
But I'm not going to say that North Melbourne's going to come 17th because we've lost one
No,
player.
well, you know, let's. You know, I mean, we're not commenting on the difference between Magic Door and.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The superstar. The superstar.
But you know, you've got a Brownlow medalist. It's at any rate, I can't really say a lot tonight. That's it.
He's so sad. He's so
At
He's
any rate,
so sad.
where was I've lost all.
Listen,
thought, mate.
Nathan Buckley has done an announcement to his team, and it's been released into the social media of his speech after the loss of the grand final. Hope you're watching, Collingwood supporters.
Yeah.
And they're telling me that it was inspirational. I couldn't get through it because I couldn't care less.
lost.
That's harsh, isn't it?
There's no saying, mate. I've said to you a million times. Finish first.
Yes.
Well done, West Coast.
Winners.
You finished second.
Who are they?
You might finish last.
Oh, well, they did.
So that's it. So don't worry about that.
This is what Nathan Buckley said after the grand final loss. Open your ears and let the goosebumps take over.
Yeah, but well, my wife's
Bloody inspirational.
my wife's got grommets in there. She can't hear that.
No, they said it was inspirational. Well done,
No,
Nathan.
what have you got grommets?
Well, I don't know.
We're not going to bloody hear anything.
Well, probably not.
Well, that is a stupid comment,
Isn't it? Did you hear that Brodie Grundy? He's reached the base camp of Mount Everest. Another Collingwood
Did he?
story, but not much happening in AFL at the moment. But
Well,
he's reached the base camp at Mount Everest. Old Brodie, and
well, that's pretty damn good, I suppose.
5,380 metre
Good player,
elevation.
great player.
Yeah, he does all
I hope
right.
he goes.
He does all right.
He might take Tom Mitchell's place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just a little bit on West Coast, mate. Shannon Hearn, he's decided that we're not a flash in the pan side. He's determined that they're going to do a repeat. They're going to back to back.
Okay, so we'll get Nat Nui back and
Gaff.
Gaff.
And there's another player that's at the
Payne.
Yeah. But anyway, so there you
Gaff.
go.
Mm.
Now,
Well, yeah.
yeah, go on.
No, I just say, well, look, they are the premiers, so they, you know, I mean, we're not, you know, even though me and you talk up Richmond at the moment, even though we don't go for them, I think they're going to be beaten there.
They're
So
very
West Coast.
they're very aware of you know the Bulldogs and what happened
Yeah.
to them and Hawthorn in 2008
That's right.
and it was 2008. I shouldn't repeat.
What, which year? What was that?
Hawthorn they won the grand final and didn't make the 8 the next year or something. I think
Can't remember that, mate, after 3 or 4 premierships.
it was one of those.
It was probably
Now,
one of those years.
Glenn, I've thrown this in tonight because we've done a bit of talk. We had an interview with Jason Belmonte, the best 10-pin bowler in the world,
Yeah.
on the Friday Frothy. The bowlers are back, and just a quick one. He actually came home for Christmas and then flew back over to the States to bowl in a tournament that they actually bowled a 10th frame. So he could have been knocked out within 3 balls and then had to come home. So to fly all that way and bowl 3 bowls and then come home. Luckily, he
Did you
didn't.
pay for that?
Well, he would have, but he didn't win the tournament. But at the moment, there is the Oklahoma Open, which is the PBA for all you bowlers out there.
Yeah.
Jesper Svensson, left-hander, two-handed bowler. He's averaged
Another one.
Yeah, he's averaged 252 after the second round to retain the lead. Jason Belmonte has moved. He was in a tie for 20th, and after the
wow.
first round to the third round, he bowled games of 246, 236, 245, 212, 253, 277, 279 in the second round, and he's back into, well, he was in, I think, a 4th or 5th
It's a bit
position.
like golf, isn't it? Now you've got so many good players,
Mm.
and you can't be at the top now.
Yeah.
This is a career sport.
My word. Sam Cooley, the other Australian professional 10 bowler, he only missed the cut by 25 pins. However, they're also qualifying for a doubles tournament, the Rothman Marshall Doubles Championship. And currently, well, as of yesterday, Sam Cooley was sitting second with his doubles partner, and Jason Belmonte and Bill O'Neill was sitting 5th. So
Okay.
good luck to those guys.
Yeah, well done.
That'll air on January 20th on Fox, I'm gathering now. And also, I just wanted to shout out, the reason we had Jason Belmonte on the show was because there was a tournament in Victoria called the Roland Thunder. I can now announce that the winners of that tournament were the Victorian team, Adam Hayes, Terry Wenban, who was an old mate of mine, Terry,
Yeah,
and Dina Buxton, and they defeated the defending champions in Queensland, George Flingus, who's a good mate of mine also, Jared Langford, and the newcomer team to Alexia Hicks, 203 to 185. So well done, guys.
Well
that
done,
was
guys.
a good show and did a good job. So
No, excellent, mate.
good show.
Excellent.
You got anything on there, mate, that you want to talk about?
Well, look, no, I think we've gone
covered
across
there?
all the boxing, we've gone across the UFC fighting, we've
I've
a
got a
little bit
little-
about football. We're not doing any horse
No horse racing this week because we're on holidays.
We're on holidays. We're having a little bit of a break from that. So,
Mate, NFL.
anyway, get on Huey Bowman.
Huey Bowman, NFL, only in America, a former college football star has been shot in the leg by his dog.
Yeah. What did he pee on him or something?
It was a freak accident.
What was he shooting bullets, mate?
Well, he was out shooting, he was out hunting with a shotgun, and his dog's jumped all out of the car, and he's actually landed on the gun. The gun's gone off, and it shot him in the leg. So, well done.
God damn, you get that shooting iron there, pal.
You
anyway,
idiot.
that's
You idiot.
God.
Show your support, like, and subscribe. Oh, did we do that? How did we do that? That's crazy stuff.
You say that.
NFL, they're into the playoffs, guys. Don't know if you're following it or not, but I can tell you that the Colts are playing the Chiefs, the Cowboys are playing the Rams, the Chargers are playing the Patriots, the Eagles are playing the Saints, and as you can see, Glenn, there are no Packers, there are no Bills. We are out.
You built it all up, mate. You just built me up.
We
and you
are
stopped me back down.
out. The Super Bowl is going to be played at Georgia. At the Atlanta
Georgia.
at the Mercedes-Benz
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah.
So, mate, that's all I have this evening. I am done and dusted.
We're done and dusted. Look, what were we going to say? I think Jeff mentioned it. I think on our, Christmas. What was that? Our Christmas break and New Year's break. That we're going to bring some new people on the show, and we're going to get right into it. But at the moment, there is a lot of people away, so
it's a lot.
There's a lot to take on at the moment. We're not going into, as I said, horse racing. We're not going into other different sports at the moment. But next year is going to be a bigger year. So stick with us, you guys, and as our lovely ladies behind said, subscribe. But look, enjoy it and enjoy the break while you can. Enjoy it.
Next year I'm going to. I shouldn't, but next year I'm going to bring the Iron Sheik. There you go. That is the Iron Sheik signature.
It is this next year. You need to talk to 2020.
Yeah, sorry. This year I'm not bringing the Iron Sheik. I just wanted to show you that I've got his autograph and I have met him. The Iron Sheik from the WWF.
It was actually my autograph, but no, it was Iron Sheik. No, it was. He did see him. He's got those killer boots. Anyway, look, all right, guys.
That's it.
That's it, mate.
We're done. We're done for the night, guys.
We're done. Thanks to the girls behind the cameras.
Fan. It's a balmy day down here in Hobart, everyone. If you
Fan.
didn't know, it's 20. What is it? 30 degrees. 30 degrees.
Well done. Well done.
40 degrees.
Actually, we
not as bad as Adelaide.
Obviously, we're only going over what happened over the breakdown in Hobart, but well done to Wild Apes.
Wow. Yes. If you haven't seen the Wild Apes video, get on and have a look.
On that.
Near
So
the Hobart.
the lovely
Groundbreaking.
Alison and Jeff.
No, just Jeff.
Not just you're not lovely, but
Just Jeff.
yeah, but you did do a.
Well, just Jeff.
Well, exactly what he just said. But anyway, you just did a show there where you mentioned what was going on in Hobart as well.
Yeah.
And, look, as I said, be safe, you guys. And anyway,
Get on, subscribe, press
on.
the bell, like us, don't like us, we don't care. We do this if we're just doing it because we just do it because we just do. And now we're going to go and jump in the water and go and cool off and have a couple of froths.
have a frothy. So
Enjoy our holidays.
drink responsibly.
What holidays? I don't know.
And Carlton United Brewery, for God's sake, hurry up.
Yeah.
I'm running out of time.
All right.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Have